Hello everybody, welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West. We left off fighting HEPHAESTUS on the Slaughter Spine, which is aptly named because it is completely destroying me. But I am actually going back because I see there's some stockpiles here. And I'm gonna see if one, I can replenish my berry stocks, and two, just prepare overall for what's coming. I don't think this will do much, but we're gonna take some of them. Because I came severely underprepared, which is 100% on me. I wasn't paying attention, but damn. Okay, got it. Alright, that explains a couple things. Pouches. So I didn't upgrade, I haven't upgraded my pouches much because I was not paying attention to, first off, that needing to be a thing, and secondly, I didn't consider it hyper important, but I guess I was wrong on that front. So I guess I can only carry a couple potions at a time. Which means this is taking up my space. I don't use weapon stamina as often, so we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna move this and... Nope, that's not what I want to do. This will change with this. I'm gonna use this for a minute. And then that should give me at least a little bit of room. Craft one of these. Okay, so I do have 3 slots for potions. One of them is a cleanse, which I'll probably need at least one of, because that plasma's kicking my ass. Everything else is largely stocked. Except this. Not that I think plasma will do much, or not plasma, electricity, because everything's resistant to shock these days. But it gives me more room to put stuff in. Oh. Goodness. I really did play this in hard mode. It's impressive, even for me. Alright guys, let's give this another shot.
Take out its tail. Stop some of its attacks. Drop the heavy weapon.
Come on!
It's somewhere. It's finished charging. It's covered in plasma. He got plasma on me. It's gonna explode any second. Maybe one of my potions.
Oh, forgot to organize the potions. Whatever, we're gonna just have to eat this.
Still in this foot.
Ability removal. But it's indestructible. That's great. Fantastic.
It's charging up again. Maybe purge water can dampen its attacks.
my god! Ow!
There should be one more note to override.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus
Oh
back.
my god. Woo! What a rush. Spike thrower coming in clutch. Oh my god, my heart is racing. Ah. Oh my god. Hold on. I need to check these stockpiles. Oh my goodness. Ah.
No more hiding, Hephaestus! Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core! Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back. And then we can start the merge. Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Carl. I couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her! I can't even see her!
Beta. Varl. Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay.
Man, Ayla can't catch a break. Poor Zoe. Varl! Varl was such a bro, man. They were so cute. I should have seen all the death flags coming. I felt the death flags. I just wasn't sure who it was gonna be, and now I know.
What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's leaded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
A lot of weight on his shoulders. I know the feeling. She's pulling out her own hair. Out of madness, out of grief. It's hard to watch her suffer.
Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
We both do. There is much we are trying to save. Not the least of which is in that vault. There's nothing wrong with savoring such treasures for a moment longer.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on HEPHAESTUS, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything, except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way, one that only I know about, while Silence and my friends are busy battling each other. We'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus. By tapping them, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation. A passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
Regala's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zeniths?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tenakth are cut down outside. So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. A touchy subject in those days. Because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were. Certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Farzenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
First Varl. Now Hekarro and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of HEPHAESTUS will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Sylens' army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. We'll be Sylens' only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regalla's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenakth. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regalla's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Sylens to the table.
Not if. When. Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... We're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Sterling Malkeith's Esite Enigma. All the makings of the next big thing. A much ballyhooed acquisition from an art historian turned technologist, no less. Bleeding edge science and a great narrative to boot. The application known as Esite or Ysite, after young Christ in the Temple, a well-known Vermeer forgery. By creating perfect holographic scans of individual layers of a painting and comparing them to a vast library of artistic works, it was able to identify fakes with an unprecedented level of accuracy. But it was clear to Sterling executives that the program's ability to match and identify patterns had broad applications outside of the art world as a tool for security, counter-surveillance, and digital authentication. It could prove just as revolutionary as it had in its intended role, which is why they were willing to sign a 9-figure agreement for it, blasting news of the deal to every outlet in the tech media. 2 years later, the project collapsed in a chaotic jumble of lawsuits, recriminations, and accusations of sabotage. So what went wrong? Who was responsible? And most importantly, what happened to the underlying technology, which by all accounts was far more powerful than the vaporware label applied by disgraced executives, data corrupted? Where am I? Oh, jeez.
There's no point to using acid here.
Can I call my mount? Do I have a mount left? Hey, my fire claw strider's still here. Excuse me, sir. I just gotta pass through. My goodness. That was intense. Not the conversation, but just the fight with HEPHAESTUS and... Oh my gosh! Austin, thank you!
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regalla's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
But yeah, thank you so much, Austin. He just gifted out 10 gift subs. Amazing gift from Austin. I hope you guys enjoy that.
Exciting.
I appreciate the support. We got a new record hype train going on at level 3. Crazy.
Time to ride.
Wait, oh man, I lost my train of thought. You threw me off, Austin, but it's okay. You threw me off in a good way. The fight with Hephaestus was insane. I can't believe I beat that. Mostly because I was incredibly underprepared for that fight. That was projectile spikes for the win. Varl though, I'm still so sad about Varl, man. So sad. Can't believe the good boy's gone. I'm gonna make Eric suffer for it though.
Rebels.
I'm gonna make him pay for that though.
I need to get rid of their leader. Maybe then the rest will retreat.
Nah, rebels can wait. Rebels can wait. Oh my god, look how far I went. Traveling across the entire continent. Horizon Forbidden West makes excellent use of the expanded map abilities of Unreal Engine in general. It's so amazing. It's so big, which is what I think what a lot of people want from these larger open world games is just genuinely larger maps, more things to explore, things to find. Which is awesome, you know? But damn, this story got me hooked. Oh man, here comes the hard part.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can't I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kotallo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
Man, y'all gonna make me cry?
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith, Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first... we're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me... a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
I thought you were gonna go fight some Tanaks.
I wanted to check in with you first.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm just, picking up the pieces like everyone else. I'll be there when you need me.
I never doubted that.
Oh. Good. I'm glad you're back.
So am I. I know you hate waiting, but you'll have to stay back here a little longer.
Well, you go do what you gotta do, but are you okay? It's not just Varl we lost. Beta's gone. I almost lost it when I realized my sister had been taken by Dervahl back in the Sundom.
I'm getting her back. That's all that matters.
Understood.
Do you think Zoe will be okay?
I don't think anyone's ever okay after losing the one they love. I can't tell you she's handling it better than I ever did. That keeps the rest of us level-headed.
I need to get going.
You better get there before Katalo tries to take on Regala's entire army by himself. Yeah, do me a favor. Don't go disappearing on us again.
I'll do my best.
The voice actors in this game, I haven't given them enough props, but they've done a fantastic job. Genuinely, it's freaking amazing. Alright, let's use this workbench, I guess, and see if we can upgrade anything that I have equipped. Doesn't look like it. Oh, this can be upgraded. Why not? Bet I use it too much, but better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, that's taken care of. He just wants to talk quests, which is fine, but I don't want to talk quests right now. Where is my room? I never remember where my hecking room is. What these?
Huh. Looks like Alva and Katalo moved their stuff in.
Is this my room? No. I will never remember where my room is, chat. It doesn't help me to tell me where it is, because I will never remember. I will always be doing this every time I walk into this place.
All this time, I've been so focused on what Elizabeth was like, what she would do. I was wrong to hold Beta to that standard. I probably shouldn't even be doing it to myself. I'll try to do better. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. I will, Rost. Now and always. So Sylens' plan was to trick Regala into sacrificing her tribe in a hopeless battle against the Zeniths. It's so heartless. Hekarro, Dekka, Katalo, countless others. I won't let their lives be thrown away. Focus. It's Varl's. I used to think no Nora would ever accept one, but Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed, he refused to let me push him away. I failed Varl at Gemini. I should have pushed harder. I should have done more. I'd give anything to have him back.
Varl was done so dirty, my guy. So dirty. Alright, let's go talk to Zoe.
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plain Song and further east to the Nora Sacred Lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Vala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Vala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy, but I tracked down the flower.
Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain. Think you can manage things here while I go help Akaro?
Stopping Regalla's war. It'll help us take the fight to the Zeniths?
Yes.
Then I'll make sure the rest of us are ready upon your return.
Okay. How's Aaron doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed to despair. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy sometimes.
We'll be facing Spectre drones soon. Aaron fought them before, so...
Already asked him to run us through some combat drills. He moves like an oaf, but he's good with that hammer.
I know we both want to make the Zeniths pay for what they've done, but once we infiltrate their base, our priority will be to get Gaia and Beta out of there.
Don't worry. I won't go seeking revenge like some blood-crazed Tenakth. Wherever your arrow strikes, mine will follow.
Let's hope we hit our targets. I need to get going.
Whatever you plan on doing against Regalla, you better return to us in one piece.
I'll try.
Okay, time to go find some sunwings. Good thing I've been hunting them on and off because I keep needing their parts. But here comes the moment that this game was basically marketed for. And that's mostly finding
I need to find a sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain.
finding a sunwing and taking flight.
Good. There's sunwings up here. I'll have to approach them quietly. Got it. This is it! I'm in the air! Whoa! Head rush. Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an...
The machine riders from before. The ones who were racing. Wonder what they're up to. That must be a Desert Clan village. Maybe I should check in on it after I've dealt with Regalla.
I don't know how to fly this thing! How can I go higher?
There's a tall neck. Need to get on top of its head.
There we go.
understand this thing.
It's a little wonky because I think the system wants it to be close to the ground. So you can see that I stay at a pretty specific height off the ground the more I move around. And I just kind of stop when I ascend, but I don't know what to do about that. See? It immediately wants to descend. I'll fly up really high then, I guess, and coast down.
Made it. Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the timer.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
Whoa! I'm gonna have to get used to that.
Let me fly! This is the wonkiest flying mechanic I've ever experienced. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Regala's rebels. Reinforcements, maybe. Heading for the Grove. I hope Hikaru and this Nox can hold out a little longer.
It feels like that, doesn't it? They're just like, nah, you gotta look at this, look at this. Woo! I just want to get over the mountain, guys. I just want to get over the mountain. I don't want to fight the Tremor Tusk. I want to just fly over the mountain, because that's something I can do. Do I have to fight the Tremor Tusk? Am I not allowed to get over there? We'll see. We'll hover our way over.
Over here!
We'll hover our way over. Listen, if this is the way I've got to make it over, this is how we're gonna do it. It does, doesn't it? There's no reason for me to not be able to fly from this height.
There's the energy cell.
Why give me a barrel roll if I can't realistically fly high enough for it to make sense? How about that? They're so mad they can't do anything right now.
Got the cell. Now onto the Grove.
This is so wonky.
Pulse from Tonic should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. Could be useful, even after I deal with Regala.
Like, why are we flying low enough to go through tree branches right now? I literally can't turn to make it fly over the mountain. Ah, I ain't fighting them. You can try to make me, but I'll just use your hover mechanic. I don't know what else you want me to do since I can't just fly up in the air.
Go.
Morgala's inside. Hikara will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here goes.
Is that... It's Aloy!
She flies on the wings of the Ten.
The tide has turned! Push through!
End of the line, Hikara. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regala! Enough bloodshed! Let's settle this. You and me.
Oh, I don't know about
Easy to say
that.
when you're atop a machine.
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
You will leave no tails behind!
You're fast! You got combos! Yeah, you like some of this?
Run! Coward! You won't kill me like this! I will!
I'm not giving up.
Week of blood! Week of mind!
Huh?
to you! You bring nothing but shame to your tribe!
I have to build my stamina. Alright, so that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah?
I have to reload first.
Oh, she's got plasma too.
You're no challenge! This is where it ends!
Yeah, it is.
Come to me! I will rise above! Let me end your misery! Is this?
I need to get my stamina back first.
This day you will die! Child of the weak! I'll slit the muscles from your body! You die here and now!
What? Did she just transfer that to me? The hell? Ah!
Is your heart beating?
Okay, new plan.
I will
That critical strike really doesn't come in handy when it needs to.
Your blade is blocked! Your courage rusted! Your body weak! Prove yourself! I will carve my story into you!
Here I am again, on my knees before bootlets and cowards. Go ahead, run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the 10. You who challenged her by our rights. You must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die.
So I can either spare her or I can kill her, or I can take like a middle route that's like in between the two. I'm a compassionate person, so I already naturally kind of lean towards sparing. But I kind of need her, and I feel like the payoff, if she turns against Silence, like if she agrees to follow what I have to say and turns against Silence, will be much tastier than killing her. Listen, Regala's been a problem. She did kill Fashav. That is fair. That's a fair observation. She did kill Fashav by ordering those men to kill everybody at the embassy. I'm not saying that's okay. I'm saying I prefer if she died doing something for me. Does that make sense? Like, if I kill her here, like, yes, I got immediate justice for Fashav, but what if, hear me out, what if I spare her and she instead dies fighting the Zeniths for me? I think this isn't easy.
You led a rebellion that tore a tribe apart. All for bloodlust and revenge. Maybe the only thing you deserve is to die right here. Or maybe that fury can be directed at the real enemy.
You want to ally with her? How can you even trust her?
Exactly what I'm saying,
all
bro.
That she's done. She's never been one to break her word.
And will she give it?
I won't beg for my life. Decide.
I'm gonna use it for the fight ahead, guys. If she dies, she dies. If she doesn't, that's unfortunate. I'm sure somebody else will take up that
But there's another battle ahead.
That tab.
Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about will be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes.
Also, I love me some Angela Bassett.
My blood
okay?
is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room. He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead. May it keep you safe.
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tenakth for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tenakth army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Aloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late.
How do you like it, man? Doesn't feel so nice.
Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board. So head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Guess I was wrong.
Now that I can
100%. That is like the perfect way to describe Silence. Just a backseat gamer.
Is it true you say Takaro?
Oh, let's see this new armor we got. Ah, that is pretty tasty. Oh no, that's the one I have. What the fuck? Wait. Oh, hi Marshall. This is a gift. Resonator blast, melee damage, low health melee, mounted archer. Okay, I still prefer this one though. So that's what we're gonna stick with.
So, make way for Hikaru's camp.
Yep.
Your courage serves you well. I think I might head over to the hunting ground. You should have seen her fight.
Okay. Now we can we're just gonna use a fast travel pack because I'm not gonna bother locating a campfire right now. I don't care how close it is to me. We're just using a fast travel pack. It's fine. I can make more. I should gather some ridgewood though, I think. Oh no, I'm still okay. I'm still okay. Still good. Is there a trader here that does hunting goods? You got any resources? No? No resources?
I see you, champion. Sit, please.
No, I refuse. I have places to be. Like talking to Regala and freaking Silence. It's about time I got a leg up on Silence for once. Man, that felt good. After everything he's put me through. Being able to be like, nah, now you're coming on my terms is fantastic.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base.
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
What a mess.
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base. With Regala out of the way, Hikaru and Tanakh, they're safe. The future's up to them now. I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, that is not a battle I am going to win.
Restock. Because I am constantly short on materials. Because I keep forgetting to make new equipment. Which is frankly on me, but... Alright, let's restock again. Finish making this stuff. One more time.
I watered those plants for you. I just know they meant a lot to you, and, well,
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that?
I think Singularity is the last quest. Maybe? Of the main storyline? I don't know, but it feels like it is. You know what? It's okay. I don't need to know what their thoughts are on this, because they're all probably going to be some flavor of let's kill these people because they've killed all of our friends. So.
Alright, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly, from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Okay. Almost time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first.
You know, we've never played Machine Strike together.
We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already.
Varl made the right call. You know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. And how you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Katalo tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. They'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
I guess Silence is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his?
I know I would.
After everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need. If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. Saved my butt with those Spectres. Wouldn't feel right to leave it behind now. You know, besides, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point. With my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Silence, that's a good point though. Silence has to be around here. And he's in the lab,
Did
go
you
figure.
need something?
Yeah, I need to talk to your stupid ass.
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Rip Lance Reddick, man. Gone too soon.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation at the Hades Proving Lab.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades in the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Why help Regalla take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regalla's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with Akarja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier.
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regalla craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
All right, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
I'm gonna clean my gear later.
I
could do
unapologetically, I probably would have been the same way. Like, I got nothing on this guy, so I'd probably just resort to sarcasm too.
Don't mention
But, man. Oh, there she is.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
a second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
What else can we expect to find in the Zenith base?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal will be the command center. That's where Beta and Gaia are being held. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them. In addition, they've also been ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Stanley Chen! We never did find out if he
When I was in
lived.
the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth?
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
Stanley Chen was cool. Who's Gerard?
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
Eric is the other problematic one.
Eric. Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him. Though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths, Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What, like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Well, she was the least interesting.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
Yeah, aren't there more?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
Okay, but that doesn't tell me if they all died. Is it literally just you guys? We know Stanley died. We know a lot of people died when Sirius exploded. But, like, are there more of you in the sky just not wanting to touch Earth? Like, ew, it's dirty. Like, I don't know.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard.
Ooh.
Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
Okay. So there's 10 of them.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
Okay. I don't care about her and Elizabeth, honestly. I get it.
I'll let you know when it's time.
They were a couple at one
I'll be
point,
here
and then they weren't.
And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance.
I still don't trust you.
My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Man, that's a lot of pretty words.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
Oh yeah, see, there's the problem. There is the problemo.
Remember, we need to get Silence weapon to the Zenith base intact.
All right.
If we want to take their shields down.
Now we gotta head out to that rendezvous point.
Gentle. I promise.
Let's do this. It was a very enlightening talk session, but like as much as I love the lore in this game, sometimes it gets to be a little overwhelming. All right. First off, I want to check something in the notebook. It's very specific to flying. Do we have something for flying, no? Okay, no, apparently not. Maybe it's in the machine catalog. That's the Sky Drifter. That's the Sunwing. Okay. I guess screw you then, right? Like, quest, side quest, Texted World. I've missed so many data points, but it's okay. There's so much lore! I just wanted to figure out how to fly, but that's cool. Guess we won't do that. I was just hoping that maybe I missed something and therefore I could be flying better and I just don't know. I really don't want to believe that that it really is just stuck that low to the ground because it's so clunky. It's so clunky. It's painful. There's ways to make danger relevant that don't involve that way, right? So, like, freaking, you can make aerial threats, you know? There's Sunwings and there's Sky Drifters, sure. But the only other aerial threat is a Stormbird.
You must be the champion.
Yes, I am.
A word.
No, I don't want to.
Hail, Aloy.
Where is it? Oh. Okay. No. We will find a way. Look at how wonky this is. Like, it's faster than my Strider, but if it can't just fly over things, is there really a point? You know what I'm saying? Yes, we have to fly over this specific tree, but anything else we must keep 10 feet off the ground. It's dangerous out there.
Those Genetic soldiers are attacking the rebels. They could use some help.
What I bet? I bet flying would be so much cooler above the trees. But no, we're just gonna dive back down because we're in a rainforest, but it's better to just dive and get stuck behind stuff than it is to just fly over the trees. You know what? Maybe it's Aloy. Maybe she's too scared to fly high. And that's why we stay close to the ground, because she's like, if I fall off this thing, I'm just gonna die, so... Look at this. Okay, look. Come on. Come on now.
That must be the entrance to the Valley of the Fallen. Marshal Avira should be around here somewhere.
This is painful. Come on. I'm gonna force you over these mountains, one way or another. I am on a controller. Oh, whoa! That's not what I meant to do. Fun times.
The wing's holding up. This trail is really falling apart.
I'll need to look at the controls later. That's really what it comes down to. Oh god, this is painful. I should have just ridden my Claw Strider. See, like that almost looked normal. That almost looked normal for a minute there. And you'd think for an override that they put so late in the game that... Oh, there is a way to fly better? Well, that's good. But yeah, you're right. It's not intuitive, whatever it is.
There. Rendezvous point. I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base. Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
No, it's okay. You don't need to explain. My bird's just hanging around.
Aloy.
Where are the others?
Not far behind.
Oh, don't sound so grumpy.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
It's also
There's the launch
shiny.
tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be specters guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only. We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
As long as you hold up your end.
We will. See you soon.
Be careful.
Let's go.
Aaron wasn't kidding about the strong back part. Damn.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
Oh, there's parts here. Yay! Yes.
Beware, Aloy. Spectres ahead.
Oh, I haven't used my skill points.
Company. Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Inventory skills. I have so many. I do need like hunter weapon techniques. But I'm not sure if this is the one that does hunter bows. No, that's warrior bows. This is the hunter bow one. Okay. There we go.
Not gonna take much damage from fire.
Plasma, though, it takes good damage from. But these guys are kind of beefy. I wonder. That's the shock unit. We'll tag that for shock ammunition.
Anytime you're ready.
Plasma unit. And vector thrusters is detachable. The pulse cannon. Okay. We're gonna try something. This is probably not gonna go well, but we're gonna try it.
I'll follow you in.
It's not beer, but it'll do.
Okay, the plasma unit's still there. Oh, I can get a plasma arrow in there.
Are we gonna attack or what?
Oh. Like nothing happened. I'm gonna try one more thing. I think we can take these guys.
Go for it, Aloy?
I think we can take these guys, but I want to try one more thing. Alright. We don't have all day, so... I see you, Aaron. Ow.
I'm waiting for you! You need to be more careful! And again!
Mine!
You need help, Aloy? Aloy, you need help? Aloy,
Maybe instead of asking me if I need help, you do something.
That'll keep me on my
Like
feet.
hitting it with that hammer you've got, for example.
take it like a man! I think we got it.
I think you're right.
Find anything?
Yeah.
Grabbing all these.
I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it.
Need muscle sticks. Medicine. Plenty of medicine. What is that stuff? Oh, goodness.
What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry.
I wish I had a glider. I guess I'll find another way to this.
There's a lot of dead machines on this island.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you now.
Another Spectre.
Sneak or fight, you choose.
Acid will eat right through that metal.
Pick it up. You need it? This'll help. What are we waiting for?
Tired yet?
Yep.
Made it through without a fight.
Yeah! Clear those weeds.
We're through.
These Spectres are good sport!
We can take this one, Aloy! Keep moving!
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate Stormbirds. But I guess, yeah, dead ones handy enough. Hey, you remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed?
You know, instead of a whole world.
Oh, yeah. Good times.
More specters. I'll attack when you do.
I can only highlight one track at a time, I think. Yeah.
It's here when you want it. Bottoms up.
There's no way this works. Nope.
Here.
There's no way this works.
We're gonna have to climb around this corner.
I'll try not to play.
Looks like we snuck through.
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
Going as fast as we can. You alright?
Sort of.
The game's going pretty good. I think we're on the last mission. Not positive.
Looks like the others have things under control.
How many specters do the Zeniths have?
More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure.
Okay.
That's the quick way to take it down. Plasma. Zenith with plasma. Time to turn south.
There, it's primed with plasma.
Oh, you want to fight the Vanguard? Smack! Hey, machine! Hit it again!
I'm so stealthy, guys. You don't even know.
Come on, up the slab.
I'm doing okay. Like, we've been working through this series for a few days now.
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it.
It's been very enjoyable.
Blow the regulator.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
Alpha and Catalo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Whatever you plan to do to stop those specters, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on.
What is that?
The machines!
Our army.
I think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject HEPHAESTUS into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
And now it can crank out machines to its heart's content. to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
I think it already is.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flee back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
Please.
Aloy, in case we don't make it, I just have one request.
What is it?
We had to do all this climbing.
That a big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
Guess not all the Spectres are fighting our machines.
Ah, that would have made it nice and easy. Well, I'll just leave it here then. Here we go.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna run now.
Big jump. I think we got through without being seen. To the right, I think.
And now to the left.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now. The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
Another one?
By the blood of the Ten!
It's not gonna back down.
Regala goes, this one's mine.
Come on, let's go!
This way, demon! Ah! This is the death I was promised. Go!
May Regala return peacefully to the cycle.
Please. She cared nothing for peace.
At least she died on her own terms. That was your fault.
Aloy, it's been intense, but Catalo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
Ah, now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
Silence! Zenith inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless! You can't hurt us. Face it, you're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
Silence?
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No? Nothing? Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up! Are we supposed to be scared?
Well, now you're just squishy.
We can't let Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I failed to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
Get to the top and secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
Oh, we're
I gotta
running
get to the top
short
of
on
the tower
time.
and free Beta.
Hey, like, what? Time machine filth! Apologies for that. We're okay. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network! Just do the best you can. Okay, an elevator. Promising.
I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. Oh, there we go.
We got some unfinished business, little girl. I don't need a shield to take you out.
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
Oh,
I
shit!
can't let him catch me. Not much without your shield, are ya?
Okay, so headshot's not an option. Got it. Can I plasma him though?
You're done for! Oh, well, that's new.
But all good things must come to an end. Is that right?
This is the end for you! Felt that, didn't ya? Time to shut you up!
You and me. We make a hell of a team, don't we?
Are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
Come on!
Take that!
Eat plasma! I'm about to eat it too.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
Now we're having fun, right?
You okay? I will be. In time.
Alright, guys.
Rescue your sister.
Unfortunately, I did have to go to work. So we're gonna have to stop here, but oh my god! This is awesome! I can't wait to finish this up. We're definitely gonna finish this up tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for watching! If you like my content, consider following me so that you know when I'm online next. And if you want to see some of the past stuff I've done, I am uploading these episodes on my YouTube as well as an archive. You can also check out my merch store, Myth and Mail Trading Company, on my About page if you want some really cool Psycho-themed merch. And also, thank you to my Cookie Club supporters. It's through Cookie Club members that, like Melanie, that I get to continue following these awesome games and checking out new stuff and producing more content for you guys. So thank you so much for those of you that feel warm enough to support me. I adore that. Thank you so much. If you want to check out Cookie Club, feel free to check out my Ko-fi page, ko-fi.com at Meepachan. I know that was a lot to throw at you. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe. Have fun. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.